The journey of 1,000 miles, they say, begins with a single step. For Icon Canada District, it was a single step in the right direction. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, popularly known as Icon, was created by an Act of Parliament number 15 on 1st September 1965 from existing accounting and auditing organizations, including the Association of Accountants of Nigeria, AAN. Icon was established to encourage professionalism in accountancy in Nigeria. It was saddled with the task of regulating the accounting profession in Nigeria, while also setting standards for membership. For decades, Icon has trained and deployed highly cerebral chartered accountants to every nook and cranny of the globe who are doing excellently well in their endeavors, serving as professionals worthy of emulation and true ambassadors of Icon. On the 7th of February 2015, Providence smiled on Canada as Icon Canada District was born. The role of leadership cannot be overemphasized in any society destined for greatness. Just as the legendary John C. Maxwell, a leadership coach, once remarked, everything rises and falls on leadership. Icon Canada Society has grown from infancy over the last decade under the distinguished chairmanship of a handful of visionary leaders ably supported by their executives. It has definitely not been a walk in the park, but a journey of resilience, determination, and dedication. Meet our inaugural members. Meet the captains who have steered the great ship of Icon Canada District over the first decade. Mr. Ibukun Aruleba, FCA, CPA, CGA, MBA, the inaugural chairman, January 2013 to December 2014, and January 2015 to December 2016.
In 2013, my desire then was to get my FCA, and I reached out to Nigeria, and that 2013 was after 13 years that I've qualified I've gotten my FCA, my SCA, I'm sorry. So they told me in Nigeria that, I have to come to Nigeria in April to come and do the FCA. And I said, oh, that doesn't make sense because I'm a sole practitioner. I just say, okay, what can I do? Then they told me that, okay, I can do it in US. I said, okay, that was I said, if I can do it in US, then I started thinking, why can't we do it in Canada? So that got me thinking that, okay, and we can do something. So in June of 2013, that was exactly June 6, 2013, I just sent out an information to everybody on my LinkedIn, telling them that, oh, okay, we can come together to form a district in Canada so we can reach out to our members so we can get some things done in Canada. Then people started responding. ICANN Canada, like the way we set it up, we have it at the back of our mind that it's going to be a pace setter. And I think we have achieved that level substantially. So it was very tough. We don't have money. We were so scared that, I don't even know if we are going to break even. But one thing that was in my mind, and when people were asking me, why are we going ahead with this thing? I said, okay, don't worry. Let's just go ahead. But I didn't tell anybody because some people were asking me, what do you see that we don't see? I just said, don't worry, let's just keep going. But one thing that I resolved, which I didn't tell anybody as I did, or maybe I'm saying it for the first time right now, is that if it happens that we incur loss, I made up my mind then that, my company is going to undertake that loss. But I didn't tell anybody. So that gave me the courage. Let's just keep going. And as God will have it. And the conference, honestly, was successful.
Oladimeji, FCA, CPA, CGA, MBA, Chairman, January 2017 to April 2019.
ICANN Canada, we've made substantial progress, enormous progress. If you look at our achievements, you won't believe it. We are just only 10 years old. Despite all the challenges at the beginning, we became one of the best diaspora districts for ICANN. If, with all modesty, I think at a point we became the best, which other districts, they copy us, and we are in the good book of ICANN Council from day one and up till today. The district has been going smoothly, no issues that faces a lot of other districts. And not only that, in terms of membership, we have been growing. Like I said, inaugural, we were less than 50. Today, we are close to 150 members. And we are still looking for more. And not only that, one of the greatest achievements is now there's no CPA. The CPA body, when we started, like I said, we had 3 legacy accounting professional bodies in Canada in 2013. But in 2015, they merged into one CPA body. And of course, there's a central CPA for Canada, but each provinces, they have their own CPA body that forms the central CPA Canada. And there's no CPA in any of the provinces that will not know ICANN now. So that is a great achievement. And every year we have been running our international accounting conferences in Canada. So it has been success upon success stories for us in the district. And since we started our annual International Accountant Conference, CPA has always been invited, and they play a significant role in the partnership.
Mr. Abiola Oseni, FCA, CPA, CGA, ACCA, MBA, Chairman, May 2019 to May 2021.
The journey started in 2013, and when we started the mobilization, it was actually Mr. Ibukun Aruleba that muted the idea when after he went to USA to did his FCA confirmation. Thereafter, he contacted myself, Mr. Dada, and Mr. Kola Oladimeji on the need to form district in Canada. Prior to that period, the USA district, it was formed to cover the whole of North America. But we said no, we are governed by different laws, different regulations, that we should have our own. There were a lot of resistance because they didn't want us to grow, but with persistence and collective effort and focus, we were able to overcome that challenge. So then we started mobilizing people, our members in Canada, talking to people, making phone calls. And in 2015, February 7, 2015, we were able to do the inauguration. That is how far we went. The four of us that started it, we were very clear in our mind that, look, this district, if we form it, is not going to be for our own advantage. It's just a way of saying that what we went through before when we came to Canada, we don't want people coming behind to experience the same thing. We want them to have it better than us.
Mr. Toba Dada, FCA Chairman, May 2021 to April 2022. Mr. Blessing Familusi, FCA, MBA, CPA, CGA, current Chairman.
I will always refer to our founding fathers in the district. Their leadership style was so fantastic. Then we had a pro tem ESCO before the main ESCO for inauguration. So the way they conducted themselves was so fantastic, and the quality of leadership that we had, was very solid. I felt so blessed to be invited to become part of the inaugural ESCO when the time came for us to be. I was then the financial secretary at inauguration. Our past former chairman Olutoba Dada was the treasurer then. Past chairman Abiola Oseni was the general secretary. Past chairman Kolawole Oladimeji was the vice chairman. Meanwhile, our inaugural chair, past chairman Ibukun Arileba, was the chairman. So you can imagine the quality of leadership at that time. I felt so proud and privileged and very thankful to them for bringing me on board. The initial challenges I had personally was the meeting time on Saturdays was clashing with my work at RBC at that time. I was a senior banking officer at RBC, and I was required to work on Saturdays. ICANN Canada is, I can say, like the Secretariat also admitted, is one of the fastest growing districts of ICANN. If we start to talk about all the achievements, we will not live here today.
Canada District has transitioned over the decade from crawling as an infant to taking baby steps and now to walking briskly and even running. There is still a whole lot more to learn as we want to fly.
The right starting point is to truly give kudos to Mr. Ibukun Aruleba, because his vision, his desire, his commitment has not waned from 10 years ago. The same zeal, he has maintained that passion. Mr. Kola Oladimeji, similarly, and a few other inaugural members. But I'd say, first of all, I'd say very, very strongly, Mr. Ibukun Aruleba. He has maintained that zeal. And for me, that is an achievement in itself, because there's some people who start off something and then they're like, okay, I've done my part and I step back. But a lot of our inaugural members, Mr. Abiola Oseni, there are a couple people like that who have stayed the course.
The founding executive members, they were really, really dogged and committed from the very get-go. I think within the first year of its existence, he started the international conference. And the international conference has stood the test of time. Even during COVID, when we switched online, it was still well attended and well planned and executed. And it's been getting better and better. Even the last one that was had in Calgary is adjudged the best so far. So you can imagine that it's been a very good time for the district. Aside from that, the level of participation by people now has increased. You don't have to you still have to talk to people more. We still need more people, no doubt about that. But we have more people than we had before, and they are more committed than they were before.
I envisage, a brighter future, especially once we get the CPA Canada, the reciprocity agreement between CPA Canada and ICANN Nigeria. Once that happens, we see a much brighter future. One is in the fact that Nigerian trained chartered accountants will be fully recognized there for their skills, for their training, for their experience. When they come in here, they can easily, the program will allow them to not to start from the beginning, but to make it easy for them to be recognized as chartered accountants here in Canada.
We have laid a good foundation. Many of our inaugural members who are in our 60s now. So we expect that those who are coming behind to take the baton and do more than we have done. I will also use the opportunity to appeal to so many of our members who still refuse to join us because of the challenges of integration in Canada. We know the challenges. We know I've written. I just published an article just this week about all these challenges, not only affecting accountants, but it affects many skilled immigrants. So they should not say because of those few challenges to stay away from us. We are brothers, we are sisters, and we are beginning to like CPA now. Where 10 years ago they were not so much aware of us, but they know us now better. They participated in most of our conferences.
The moment you mentioned that you are an ICANN member, so many of the organization knows that, okay, these are accountants from Nigeria. And we are growing continuously. And the kind of leadership we've had previously has brought us to limelight that makes us not to be the way it used to be. We are not in an obscure position the way it used to be. And most of our conferences have been one of the most attended, and even in ICANN Canada is now a sinusoid.
Early days, given the number, financial status was low, but it wasn't all financial. We still went ahead and ensured that we participated in all of the fronts where it was important. We were particular about the conference. We knew the challenge was we needed to sell it outside, and we needed to also bring it up to standard where it will be first choice amongst other conferences that is put up by other ICANN districts. And I think we have continued to increase up that standard, and therefore it has always sold out. We have always had more than enough attendees to get us beyond the critical turning points. So we've always been profitable. Yes, hard work may have gone into it, but when the results are positive, I think that's the challenge that has been overcome.
We look forward to seeing you at the 10th Annual Conference, which holds in the month of July 2025. It promises to be insightful and more, as this is the landmark anniversary edition. Lots of fun awaits you. See you in July.